3, 4. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Hey yo, glad you're using that front row seat again this week. Snarl is in the Sunshine State, Miami, Florida, home of so much classic wrestling history. Wally Cardill here, with Johnny Bianco and GM Tex Lynch with the call of all the action.
Hot off the heels of the Memorial Day Slam, and wowzers, was that just an amazing card with title changes and history made, which leads us to this week's Snarl. And it's scheduled to be a well above average card. It is absolutely stacked.
Yes, sir, and we are in Miami at the most opportune time before hurricane season. How's everybody doing tonight? GB, it is going to be a great time. We'll be seeing some of the folks we saw at the Memorial Day Slam, and we'll be seeing some folks we didn't see at the Memorial Day Slam. But it is going to be a wild card. Looking forward to it, guys.
It's just about bell time, gang, but before our first match tonight, let's have a recap of what happened last week in Atlanta.
Who's got back-to-back wins over both Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle.
Jody makes her way back inside the ring. Oh, look at this. Little display of arrogance from Dakota Kai. That might cost her a pretty penny right here. Jody puts her up on the top turnbuckle, lays her out in a tree of woe and a drop kick right to the gut. Takes Dakota Kai down. Jody rounds her up, puts her arms around her for the big belly-to-belly suplex. Jody Vorek covers. 1, 2. Hey, shut up! Jody Vorek wrapping up Dakota Kai pretty quickly right here.
The time, 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jody Vorek.
The women's international champion Whip Kid and Jody Vorek picking up a win over Dakota Kai in pretty impressive and speedy fashion. And we'll be... hold on a minute. Jody Vorek taking a quick pause here. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, she just erupted. She is a broken refrigerator with no chill. The referee trying to get her to back the hell off. Wow. Jody Vorek's insane.
And all of that has brought us right here, where a vengeful Dakota Kai, with Carmella as her second at ringside, looks for payback for that post-match attack from Women's International Champion Jody Vorek.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Rwl Sn Rl. Our first contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Carmella from Auckland, New Zealand, here is Dakota Kai.
Looks like Dakota Kai, Blair Davenport, and Carmella have maintained a loose association, with Carmella backing up Dakota Kai in this rematch with Jody.
Safety in numbers, Wally, especially in the cutthroat, dog-eat-dog jungle that is the RWL Women's Division. If Jody going ham on Dakota last week wasn't proof enough.
All's fair in love and war, GB. Jody Vorek will have the $1 Million Man in her corner. Let's just hope everybody behaves like responsible adults this week. You know, Jody Vorek got off with a warning for last week. I don't want to see that happen again.
Her opponent, accompanied by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, from Montana, California, the WO Women's International Champion, Jody Vorek. Now, for her side of the story, Ted DiBiase offered the explanation that Jody lost it after Dakota Kai tried to injure her with that chiropractor finisher of hers. Seems like a pretty flimsy excuse for a post-match assault test.
Excellent job performance. Piss poor conduct, Johnny. Yeah, based on that, we let Jody Vorek off with a warning. I really do not want to see her do that again when she ain't misbehaving. Jody Vorek is, well, she's been a competent women's international champion, and she's been doing pretty good for herself since the Memphis Million last year.
Jody, for her part, says Dakota was asking for it all through the match even before cracking her back with the chiropractor, and that more or less for trying to injure the Women's International Champion. Dakota got what she had coming.
No matter what Jody has evolved into since the split up of the Bell Council, seems like she's always going to be just one mean, troublemaking redhead, huh?
Some people are just natural-born mean, and I think that's Jody Dvorak to a T.
Well, you won't get no argument from me on that one, GB. All right, Tom Canamora rings the bell. They come center ring. Jody opens up with a couple of rights. Dakota Kai counters with a shot to the midsection. They lock up again. Jody goes behind. Takes Dakota Kai down to the canvas. Dakota Kai shoved away by Jody Dvorak. Catches a kick to the midsection from Dakota Kai and a beautiful kick. Another kick caught off. There we go. Turned into a dragon screw by Jody Dvorak. A kick to the chest. An elbow to the chest. Oh, man. The whip kitten going all kinds of crazy. On Dakota Kai, look at this over here. Wow. Big old judo-style arm drag. Right, but, Carmella. So she's going to start an argument here with Jody Dvorak. She's going to lead to a distraction. Oh, too late. Neckbreaker for Dakota Kai on Jody. Jody rounded back up. And, here we go. Has her up for the suplex. But, no, look at this. Caught up on the ropes and everything. Jody takes her down. Jody Dvorak. Dragging Dakota Kai close to center ring. Into a head scissors. And a knock on the noggin to Dakota Kai, the $1 Million Man. Sure enjoying watching this. Okay, rear headlock on Dakota Kai. Carmella looking a bit perturbed here. And Jody's got it locked in pretty good. Dakota Kai up on one knee here. And there's a couple of elbows to the midsection. Backs Jody off. Dakota Kai with a bulldog. Right to the head. Face first. Jody Dvorak. Countered by Dakota Kai. Now, look at this. Carmella introducing a chair into the mix here. Well, I see what we're all about now, huh? And, look at that. Wow, she is working overtime. Trying to loosen the turnbuckle. While Dakota Kai delivers an arm drag to Jody Dvorak. A stomp to the back. A stomp to the shoulder. Dakota going for a cover. One, but just one. Dakota Kai. Rear headlock on Jody. And Jody trying to find her way out. So far, no good fortune. Jody Dvorak. Could get choked out. Dakota Kai lets the hold go. Rounds her up. A chop across the chest. Jody counters with a hard right. Another. Goes for the belly to belly, but catches a headbutt from Dakota Kai. Kick to the midsection from Jody Dvorak. Running elbow. And here we go again with Carmella. Finally, Tom Canamora getting that chair out of there. Carmella fighting it out with Jody Dvorak over here. And Dakota Kai takes advantage of it, whips her out over onto the apron. And hangs her. Oh, went, brought her in on her neck, man. Wow. Dakota Kai whipped to the ropes. Jody ducks under. Dakota Kai counters. Turns Jody. Oh, man. Nice suplex with a pin. One. Nope, no good. Only a one count. Dakota Kai trying to display some serious confidence here. There's a stomp to the shoulder to Jody. Jody Dvorak sweeps the leg, takes her down. Jody rounds up Dakota. Clothesline. Takes her right down. Dakota Kai counters, sweeps the leg. The $1 Million Man jumping up to his hind legs here. And whoa, neck breaker from Jody. Dakota Kai steps out, steps back in for a reset. Catches a kick, catches a right, catches another right. And Jody Dvorak just battering Dakota Kai into the corner. And now a hard whip to the opposing corner. And a clothesline. Down goes Dakota Kai. Again, Carmella fighting it out on the ring apron with Jody. While Dakota Kai gets to her feet. Dakota Kai getting very slow in responding here. Jody Dvorak with a right. Wraps her up for the belly to belly. Down she goes. Here's a cover. And again, Carmella messing around with that turnbuckle. Jody Dvorak Loses the count, but now stalking Dakota Kai again. Sets her up. Look at this. Pump handle suplex. And here we go. Jody covers. 1, 2. Look at what the hell. Referee Tom Kanemaru being dragged out of the ring by Dakota Kai. And that, oh no, that is not going to stand well. That is not going to sit. Tom Kanemaru. That's it. Carmella's out of there. Meanwhile, Dakota Kai has the advantage over Jody Warwick in the ring. Tom Kanemaru gets back inside. Kick to the midsection from Jody Warwick. Dakota Kai counters. Has her up. Oh, man, one arm backbreaker. Dakota Kai rounds her up again. Jody Warwick whipped out over onto the apron. Dakota Kai brings her in again on her throat over the top rope. Ow. Dakota Kai, like she may have Jody Warwick in some serious trouble. Jody's looking beat. Whip to the corner. Oh, we've seen this before. She's going to take it around the horn, and there's a big-time face wash. Jody quickly jumps out of the way. Dakota Kai counters with a shot to the back of the head. Dakota Kai has her up. Suplex. And here we go. Dakota Kai stalking Jody Warwick. Jody Warwick in a fix here. Dakota rebounds off the ropes. There's the chiropractor. Oh, no, man. Jody Warwick not even going to lie down for the pin. She's trying to get back to her feet. The $1 Million Man arguing his case over here. But Jody Warwick with a neck breaker on Dakota Kai. Oh, she is furious. The Whip Kitten makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Dakota Kai just about centering, stands up to her feet. Here we go. Oh, catches her. Oh, she caught her for the crossbody and scoop slams Jody Warwick. Dakota Kai. Absolutely amazing. But Jody Warwick starts to open up with a couple of clotheslines and a spinning heel kick. Down goes Dakota Kai again. Dakota Kai rounded up. Jody wraps her up. There's the belly to belly. There's an elbow to the chest. Jody Warwick drags Dakota Kai center ring. Covers. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. What? Shut up. Oh, Dakota Kai kicking out of the pin. Jody Warwick stalking Dakota Kai again. And here she goes. She's going to go for the pump handle. There it is. Slammed down hard. Jody Warwick covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that was just it. Dakota Kai couldn't take no more. Jody Warwick wins this one by pinfall.
The time, 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jody Warwick.
Well, gentlemen, that was one hot mess of a match, wasn't it? Unbelievable. Jody Warwick winds up picking up the win. Well, she warned Dakota Kai not to use that chiropractor on her again. She went ahead and did it. And how about Carmella getting herself ejected by taking out Tom Kanemaru out of the ring? And you know, the referee was not going to stand still for that. Carmella got herself tossed the hell out, and after that it was all downhill for Dakota Kai. And another solid win for the Whip Kitten, the Memphis Millionaires. And another tough break for Dakota Kai. Man. Unbelievable. Don't even know what to say.
The Whip Kitten denies Dakota Kai any kind of real retribution beyond the physical beating she could get on Jody. And I hate to say it, but she's been a solid champion. Except for her evil tendencies, like right now, for instance.
Holy hell, she's gonna do it again, only with a steel chair this time.
Gee, stop her.
Oh, man, I do not believe. She is nuts. She is absolutely nuts. Women's International Champion or not. What the, damn.
Dakota's knocked out.
What the hell? We'll be right back with more Snarl. Man.
Our first tag team match tonight. One of several. But this one will set Akam and Razor, the authors of Pain, against Jim Dandy and Billy White Moon. Best of the West. for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from parts unknown, at a combined weight of 620 pounds, Acom and Rzer, the authors of pain.
We've been seeing a bit more of the authors of pain this year. Both Acom and Rzer, big bad bruisers with very bad attitudes. Best of the West better be on their toes tonight, cause they're in for a brawl.
Between Jim Deacon's fast fists and White Moon's submission style, the authors of pain will make for an exciting matchup.
Well, I'm surprised some hotshot manager hasn't tried to pick these two up. They did pretty well in WWE with Paul Ellering.
I don't know. I think the get-ups are unnecessary for a legit pair of power guys, but whatever works best for them.
Not for nothing, but heroes in a half shell.
Their opponents accompanied by Tex McKenzie at a combined weight of 481 pounds, Jim Dandy Deakins and Billy White Moon. Best of the West.
Get a look at the big old Kool-Aid smile on Billy White Moon, with that win over Rick Martel to retain the Mid-South Championship at Memorial Day Slam, still fresh in the memories of fans. And now, it's Billy and Jim Deakins having to try and work their way around the super heavyweight authors of pain.
Both sides have their own unique advantages. Just the same, Acom and Rzer will be hard to slow down.
Gonna be Acom and Billy White Moon starting off this tag team matchup. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, they're ready to go. Tom Kanamura rings the bell. Billy White Moon opens up with the shot, countered by Acom. Acom catches a shot to the midsection from White Moon and a drop kick that takes him down to the canvas. White Moon countered. Acom moves in, whips into his team's corner. Billy White Moon, quick with the counter, gets out of there. Whoa! A series of hard shots takes down Acom. Back up on his feet, though. There's a hard right to White Moon. White Moon with a slap across the face. There's a knee to the midsection that takes him down. White Moon, what's he gonna do here? Oh, man, whoa! Drove the knee, oh, wow. Acom and White Moon on the outside. Referee start the count. White Moon counters Acom again. Tex McKenzie standing a nice distance away watching it all happen. White Moon with a kick, an elbow, another elbow. This here, all the way up, slammed face down, inverted suplex from Billy White Moon. The Mid-South champion takes down Acom again. Gathers him back up to his feet. Countered by Acom. Whoa! Hard shot takes Acom down. Billy White Moon not playing around. Acom. Oh, just tossed it. Acom rounds Billy White Moon up. Billy White Moon counters with a clothesline. Rounds up Acom. Winds up the arm. Acom counters with an elbow. Acom countered by Billy White Moon. Taken down again with a shot from the midsection. Oh, referee continuing the count here. White Moon, what's he gonna do here? Oh! Driven head first into the ring post. Oh, that is vicious. That's so bad I can't even sing the song. White Moon rolled towards the ring steps near the far corner. Tex McKenzie eyeballing Acom. White Moon rounded up again. Headbutt from Acom. Takes White Moon down. Acom makes his way back into the ring. The ref continues to count. Billy White Moon makes his way back in. Here comes Rzer. Rzer with an elbow takes White Moon down. Misses with a stomp. Rounds up Billy White Moon over the shoulder. Top rope hang. Hey, Rzer catches a shoulder tackle from Billy White Moon. White Moon. Whoa. Collision. Kick to the midsection from Rzer. Blue Dust Press. Series of hard rights. Rzer with the upper hand at the moment. Counter. Judo arm drag from Billy White Moon. Kick to the midsection. Into the sleeper hold. But here comes A-Cam to the rescue. Oh, man. Billy White Moon has it. A-Cam has to rescue Razor from Billy White Moon. And the deathlock. Razor with a stomp to the midsection. Rounding up Billy White Moon here. Oh, dodge in the face. Oh, White Moon counters. Slips out the back door. Has Razor up over the shoulders and boom, slams him down. Big time driver from Billy White Moon. White Moon, the one-man army. When's Jim Dandy Deacon's gonna get his shot? Razor escapes the corner. White Moon whips into his own team's corner. Razor whipped back into the Best of the West corner. And here comes Jim Dandy Deacon's getting his first shots here. But first a double team back body drop. As Jim Dandy Deacons assumes control of this one. Razor with a gouge and a toss. Jim Dandy Deacons down. Here, Razor drags him center ring. Here comes A-Cam again on the tag. A-Cam with a stomp to Jim Dandy Deacons. Deacon with a back body drop. A-Cam with an arm drag. Jim Dandy Deacons spun in the corner. A-Cam, slap silly off the top turnbuckle. Loot this press. Hard right hands from A-Cam. Jim Dandy Deacons already laid out. Here comes Razor again. Razor rounds him up. Jim Dandy counters. Jim Dandy Deacons hard whip towards the Best of the West corner. Razor escapes the corner again. Tom Kanamura keeping A-Cam in line. But here comes A-Cam on a legal tag. And here comes a double team to Jim Dandy. Double shots to the midsection. Offers the pain. Set it up. Double buttbuster. As Razor assumes control of the Authors of Pain. Jim Dandy Deacons getting some writing done here. Double axe handle to the back. Jim Dandy Deacons slams down Razor. A-Cam, A-Cam whip towards the Best of the West corner. Razor trying to get in here. Jim Dandy catches a boot to the face. A-Cam whips Jim to his corner. Elbow. Jim Dandy Deacons whipped again back into the corner. Here comes Razor on the tag. Here comes another double team from the Authors of Pain. Oh, look at this. Double power bomb. Oh, man. Flipped him over like a flapjack. Jim Dandy catches a suplex. Razor apparently in control of things at the moment. And a rough tag team match here. Series of hard lefts to the head of Jim Dandy Deacons, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. Deacons rounded up. Whoa! Out of nowhere, a forearm. And here we go. We just fired up Jim Dandy. And boom! Down goes A-Cam. Razor. Excuse me. Well, it's Razor is about to be the recipient of a boot party on the Best of the West Ranch. White Moon and Deacons blind tagging one after the other. Razor just catching all kinds of boots right to the chest. White Moon's gonna finish this one up. There's the drop kick. Razor rolls out of the corner. I guarantee you he don't know where he is. White Moon goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Razor apparently really resilient. Elbow to the midsection. Razor back to a standing position. Opens up with a series of shots. And a headbutt takes down Billy White Moon. A-Cam laid out on the outside. White Moon went to the far corner. Counters with an elbow. Escapes the far corner. Boom! Out of nowhere kick. After Razor down. Razor rounded back up. Billy White Moon was it a boom? There it is, that right hand. White Moon covers. 1, 2. Well, that's the end of that pin. Jim Dandy. Well, that takes care of A-Can. Razor just about to his feet. White Moon winding it up. There's the sleeper. And there's the Indian Deathlock. And that's it. Tom Kennemore's ring for the bell. That is it. Best of the West defeats Authors of Pain by submission.
The time, 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Your winners by submission. Best of the West. The Authors of Pain came looking for a stand-up fight, and they came to the right to opponents to give it to them. White Moon Jim Dandy giving back as much as they got from Ackham and Razor. And again, Billy White Moon slaps on the sleeper hold, and you saw how fast the referee called for the bell.
Eakins and White Moon were able to wear down the Authors of Pain eventually, and we're able to withstand their power assaults.
It took Best of the West just a little more time, but they were sure willing to put in the work. It's a pretty impressive win over a very tough pair of opponents.
Yep. Best of the West picks up another W. We'll be back with more Rwl Sn Rl right after this.
Well, hey, it's Powerhouse Patty Powers, as I live and fucking breathe. Yo, Patty, really, congratulations to you and Danielle on getting the women's world tags back from the AOA. It is a mammoth fucking deal, and just wanted to tell you how happy I was for you too. And listen, me and the squad got a big table booked for dinner after the show, and I'd like you and Danielle to come with, if you want. We'd love to have y'all fucking hang out. What do you say? Well, thanks first, Sylvia. I don't think you'll have to twist Danielle's arm to get her to go along. Let's meet up right here when we wrap. Fucking A. Tell Danielle good luck tonight.
As Snarl continues, Cruiserweights clash next, with Shinsuke Nakamura locking it up with Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, with China standing ringside.
We've been seeing a lot more of both these cruiserweights lately, but this is the first time in 2 years that Nakamura and Latino Heat locked horns, and things have changed a bit since then. Both of them have moved up in the ranks within the Legends division, and this little reunion after 2 years will show everyone how they've evolved as performers.
This next contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 218 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura. He moves like a mix of Mick Jagger and Ray Bolger as the Scarecrow and Wizard of Oz, only on some serious hallucinogens. His dance moves aside, Shinsuke Nakamura's unique style will be an interesting contrast against Eddie Guerrero and his raised in a ring Lucha Libre stylings. I don't remember their last match from 2 years ago. How'd it end?
Legends Showdown, December 12th, 2022, with Eddie getting the 3 count on Nakamura.
Man, you are an encyclopedia of RWL knowledge, ain't you, Cardell?
His opponent, accompanied by the ninth wonder of the world, China, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 221 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
Well, you guys, I have already called my winner.
We know he's from Texas, so yes, Eddie Guerrero has been doing just great lately, and so I got to ask him, besides a championship opportunity, what would he like best to do? He smiled at me and said he wants a match with the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. Talk about ambitious.
Going straight after what he wants, and it would make sense, as a win over Jinder Mahal would give Eddie some clout with the front office for a title shot. He's a very smart guy. Wonder if Nakamura is gonna change up on Eddie after 2 years. Like I said, An interesting mix of cruiserweight methods. Should be a hot one.
Well, would you look at that? Seems like the crowd in Miami agrees with me. All right, a long time between Coca-Colas for these two. Let's see what they make of each other after 2 years. Tom Kanemaru rings the bell. Here we go. Nakamura with a drop kick takes down Guerrero right away. A kick to the back. Eddie Guerrero back up on his feet, and look at this, takes Shinsuke Nakamura for a ride. Swing and a miss from Eddie Guerrero. Swing and a miss from Nakamura. Kick to the midsection from Latino Heat. He's taking Nakamura walkies off the top rope. Beautiful arm drag from Eddie Guerrero. Shinsuke Nakamura gets a hold of Eddie Guerrero, whips him to the ropes, ducks it under. Whoa, Eddie Guerrero puts on the brakes, takes him down. Look at this. Whoa, into a lion tamer, center ring. Possible submission here. Nakamura finds his way out somehow. Whoa, Eddie Guerrero with a lion tamer. Wow, I haven't seen that for a long time. Up on the top turnbuckle. Eddie Guerrero finds his way back down. Winds up Shinsuke Nakamura, gets countered. Nakamura with a kick to the head and a knee to the midsection takes Eddie Guerrero to the canvas. There's a kick to the chest. The king of Japanese strong style with a stomp to the shoulder of Eddie Guerrero. And goes for a cover. One, but just one. Eddie Guerrero rolls out of the ring, rolls right back in. Catches a kick to the midsection and a knee to the skull from Nakamura. Nakamura rounds him up again. Oh, a nasty forearm. Has him up in the front cradle. Has him up over the shoulder and hangs him up over the top rope. Shinsuke Nakamura catches a shot to the midsection from Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero rolls out of the ring, rolls back in again. Not sure what that's about. Must be some kind of strategy of his. Whip to the corner. Nakamura drives a knee into the midsection. China watching Eddie Guerrero carefully. Nakamura rounds up Eddie Guerrero. Vertical suplex. Latino Heat on the receiving end of the bad business here at the hands of Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura rounds him up again. Guerrero counters, winds up draped on the middle rope. Nakamura drives a knee into the back of Eddie Guerrero. Nakamura goes for another cover. One, two, no, not even a two. Eddie Guerrero kicking out. Nakamura right back on the attack. Lines up the arm on Eddie Guerrero, gets a hold of the other one, throws the switch. That is some painful business right there. Shinsuke Nakamura countered with a jawjacker from Guerrero. Eddie rounds him upside suplex. Yeah, Latino Heat looks like he's doing just fine. Eddie rounds him up. There's a clothesline. There's a second one. Swing and a miss from Shinsuke Nakamura, and a beautiful standing dropkick from Latino Heat. Okay. Eddie Guerrero gets a hold of him and snap suplex. Here's it's the Three Amigos. There's the second one. Eddie rolls it around. Shinsuke Nakamura taking three of them. Latino Heat covers. One, two. That's a near fall. We've had a few near falls already. Right now it's Eddie Guerrero in the driver's seat. Nakamura counters clothesline, takes him down to the canvas. A sweep of the leg from Eddie Guerrero takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle here. And here we go. There's the frog splash. Here's the cover. One, two. Another near fall. Shinsuke Nakamura getting that left shoulder up. Eddie rounds up Nakamura. And a hard whip into the turnbuckles. He just bounced right out. Nakamura counters, takes him down to the canvas. There's a single leg crab, but too close to the ropes. Nakamura with a hard right, spins Eddie around. Has him up. Whoa! Nasty inverted suplex from Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, Nakamura covers. One, 2. Another near fall. Neither one of these guys is going to give up easy. Nakamura. Smelling blood in the water here. Kick to the midsection. There's the Kinshasa, that wicked kick. Here's a cover. 1, 2. But again, Eddie Guerrero kicking out of the Kinshasa. Eddie Guerrero with an arm drag. Takes Nakamura to the canvas. Follows it up with a stomp to the midsection. Latino Heat. Signaling to the fans that he is doing just fine. Nakamura counters with a shoulder tackle. Takes him down. Follows up with a kick to the back. Shinsuke Nakamura with the hard whip into the far corner. Eddie Guerrero again putting on the brakes. How does he do it? And into the Lion Tamer for a second time around. Tom Kanemaru checking on Shinsuke Nakamura here. But no, there's a counter. Shinsuke Nakamura finds his way out. Misses with the clubbing overhand right. Eddie Guerrero misses with the spinning heel kick. Drives a knee into the skull instead. Seems to have worked just as well. Shinsuke Nakamura counters. Rounds up Eddie Guerrero. Double shot to the midsection. Down goes Latino Heat. Shinsuke Nakamura getting fired up here. Trying to take control of the match again. Hard forearm. Guerrero counters with an elbow. A chop. A counter from Nakamura. A counter from Eddie Guerrero. And a suplex from Eddie Guerrero. And a stomp to the midsection for Shinsuke Nakamura. Eddie winds up the arm. Snaps it. China liking what she sees right here as Eddie covers. 1, 2. Another near fall. Oh yeah, Eddie Guerrero's he's heated. He thought it was 3 for sure. Latino Heat countered by Nakamura. Clothesline takes him down the canvas. Guerrero rounded up. He counters. Nakamura catches a drop kick in the corner. Eddie sets him up. Alley-oop out of the corner. Shinsuke Nakamura back on the receiving end. There's a kick to the midsection. Eddie winds him up. Oh, brain buster. Oh, man. Nakamura fell hard. There's a stomp. Latino Heat turns him over. Sets him up, and there's the Lion Tamer for the 3rd time. And that's it. Shinsuke Nakamura says no mas. Eddie Guerrero defeats Shinsuke Nakamura by submission.
The time, 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Your winner by submission, Eddie Guerrero.
This match was even better than their last one. Just amazing. Shinsuke Nakamura just refusing to give in until he finally just had to. And Eddie Guerrero had to use up the whole bag of tricks, finally ending this one with a tap-out win over the King of Strong Style. A great cruiserweight matchup for sure, and another win for Latino Heat.
Seriously amazing. Nakamura may not look like a threat, but he made Eddie Guerrero earn this one the hard way. Who knows? Now that he's put it out there. Let's see if Jinder Mahal responds anytime soon. That would be a match worth seeing.
Yeah, sure would. All right, folks. We still got a whole lot more RWL Sn Rl to go. We'll be right back with all of that right after the break.
If you've been following events around here, you know that Women's International Champion Jody Boric has twice attacked Dakota Kai after their last 2 matches with vicious post-match
Speedy
assaults.
fashion. And we'll be... hold on a minute. Jody Boric taking a quick pause here. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, she just erupted. She is a broken refrigerator with no chill. The referee trying to get her to back the hell off. Wow.
And I hate to say it, but she's been a solid champion. Except for her evil tendencies, like right now, for instance.
Holy hell, she's gonna do it again, only with a steel chair this time.
Gee, stop her.
Oh, man, I do not believe... She is nuts. Whoa. She is absolutely nuts. Women's International Champion or not. What the... Damn.
Dakota's knocked out.
What the hell?
With me at this time, Memphis Million heiress Jody Boric. Jody, you were let off with a warning 2 weeks ago, only to deliberately invite a fine this week. For Pete's sake, why?
Yeah, cost me $1,000 to knock Dakota out with that chair. You know what I did after? I danced a jig and wrote text Lynch a check. Why, hon? Because Dakota Kai just got here a couple of weeks ago. Her and Davenport and Carmela too. And already trying to own the place, at our expense. The people who've been busting their asses for years. You already seen Wally. What happens when some arrogant Jenny come lately gets a little power? We got enough of that around here. So yeah, I sobered her up to reality, and I'm glad I did it, and I may even do it again. You know, it's funny. I did twice what Patty Powers and Danielle couldn't do. I guess you could say I softened up Dakota for 'em. No need to thank me or anything.
I see. Well then, as we close things out here, Jody, did you have any last-minute thoughts you'd care to share with the fans?
First to the haters, Wally. You don't understand me. You don't know me. You don't matter. As for my lovers, and I see you out there with your I Heart Jody signs. Well, hun, you just strap yourselves in for a hot, hot summer with the wit kitten because, honeys, we are going places. Yes, I am. Evil from birth and a heel to hell. And you're all coming with me, lovers.
Yes, Women's International Champion Jody Dvorak, and we'll be back with the next match.
No sign of a clear winner here. Lawler backs his way into an atomic drop. The Patriot locks up Lawler. Drives another knee into the midsection of Jerry the King Lawler. The Patriot slams the face of the King into the canvas. The Patriot delivers the kick to the back. Jerry the King Lawler catches the stomp to the face too. A kick to the back. The Patriot, firmly in control at the present time, goes to the top turnbuckle. Harley Race not there to stop. Oh, an elbow across the chest for Jerry the King Lawler, and here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Shut up! I do not believe it. Sergeant the Patriot are the new Legends TV Tag Champions.
Your winners and the new Legends TV Tag Champions, Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot.
Talk about a grand, giant size, economy size upset. Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot, new Legends Television Tag Champions, defeating the Two Kings, ending their 4-month-long reign.
Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot stunned everyone with that win over the Two Kings, and our brand spanking new Legends TV Tag Champions are back tonight. Closing out the first half against Sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby Eaton, the Midnight Express. The following non-title tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by James E. Cornett, at a combined weight of 467 pounds, Sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby Eaton, the Midnight Express. 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot,